feature troupe's production of the Scottish play, whose name I will not speak at this time. The name of our play is cursed, and has been for many generations, so I ask that any and all audience members here tonight kindly not speak the name of our play. Tonight's production, Beth, contains themes of masculinity, femininity, witchcraft, incantations, blood, and death. While we do encourage photography of our shows, flash photography may result in a botched spell, so I will ask that you please refrain from any flash photography. I will also ask that everyone please silence their cell phones now, or they may be cursed for all eternity. Thank you, and please enjoy.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be the air, the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
Fair is foul, and foul is fair.
Hover through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is this? He cometh the report of a pride of the revolt of the new estate.
This is the sergeant who, like a good and hardy soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave comrade! Tell the king the knowledge of the broil as thou didst leave it.
Oh, thou foot stood, but most too weak for brave Macbeth disdaining fortune. With his brandished spear which smoked with bloody execution, like valor's minion carved out his passage.
O valiant cousin, worthy gentleman!
Mark, King of Scotland. Mark no sooner justice had, like valor armed, compelled these skipping curtains to trust their heels. But the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage, with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismay not this, our captains Macbeth and Banquo.
I must report they were as cannons, overcharged with double cracks, so they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe, but they meant to bathe in reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha. I must say, but I am weak, my gashes cry for help.
So thy wounds become as thy words, a smack of honor both. Go get him, sergeant! Who comes, sir?
'Tis the 30th of Ross.
What a haste looks through his eyes! So should he look that speaks things strange.
God save the king.
My worthy God, thank.
I came from Fife, great king, where the Norwegian kings, where the Norwegian flags flout the sky and fan our people of cold. Norway himself with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor. The Thane of Cawdor began a dismal conflict. Point against point, rebellious arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit. And to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Oh, great happiness!
Well, that now sway now, but the Norway's king craves composition, nor would we deign him burial of his men till he disperse it at St. Comsinch, $10,000 to our general use.
No more shall that fate of Cawdor's deceive our bosom interest. Go pronounce his death, and was his former title great Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
A drum,
Macbeth doth come. The Weird Sisters, hand in hand, hosters of the sea and land. Thus do go about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charm wound up.
Ah, so foul and fair a day I've not seen.
What are these? So withered and so wild. They do not look like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it. Live you?
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that seem so fair? My noble partner, you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and royal hope, that he seems wrapped withal. To me you speak not.
Hail!
Hail.
Hail!
Less so than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth all hail.
Okay. Thane of Cawdor and Thane of Glamis. I know. I charge you to speak. Tell me the truth.
The earth hath bubbles like the water has, and these are of them. Whither have they vanished?
To the air, like the breath in the wind. But they had stayed.
Were such things here as we speak about, or have we both eaten of the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children are going to be kings.
You shall be
Now,
king.
Thane of Cawdor, I want in tow.
Oh, to the self-same tune and words. But who comes here?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. And when he reads of the rebel, of thy personal ventures into the rebels' fight, his praises do contend. Silence the night in viewing over the strange images of death. I am sent from our royal master to give thee thanks, and to herald thee into his sight, not to pay thee. But for a greater earnest honor, he bade me from him to call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which edition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
He who is Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears the life which he deserves to lose. I know not, but treason's capital, confessed and proof, have overthrown him.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Do you not wish that your children shall be kings when those that promised me the same also to them?
That trusted home might yet kindle you under the crown, beside the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us our truths, win us honest trifles, to betray us in deepest consequences. Cousin, a word, I pray you.
Thane of Cawdor, Thane of Glamis, the greatest is behind. I thank you, gentlemen, for your pains. This is something that is great. This is awesome. Two truths. It's I can't imagine such. Would it be good? The Thane of Cawdor. Two truths and a happy prologue to an imperial theme. This can't be ill. It can't be good. It could be Why does it bring these images to my brain, and that at the same time my heart beats an unnatural beat? These horrid images. I thank you again for this.
Yeah, look how our partner's wrapped.
This is good. We'll talk about this more often.
Yeah, new honors come upon him like our strange garments. Don't cleave to our mold with the aid of use.
Gentlemen, come, what might come, and what day may hour, what may it bring.
Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Forgive me, my brain has been unforgiving things. I do understand your pains, and also too I read your worries, and as I turn to leave. Let us all to the king, okay? And we will talk about this later on.
Very gladly.
Okay, let's all go. Come on. Thank you.
Is the execution done on Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they are not come back yet, but I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treason, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin! The sin of my ingratitude now even weighs heavy on me. Would thou hadst less deserved the proportion both thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say more than thy due, than more than all can pay.
The service we do pays for itself, and our duty is to protect you and your crown, your service and your kingdom. And what we do it out of loyalty and love.
Oh, come hither. I've begun to plant thee and will labor to make thee full growing. Noble Banquo! That hast no less deserved, nor must be known, no less to have done so. Let me enfold me to my heart.
Ah, very fine grow. May the harvest be your own.
My plenteous joys, wanting in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kingsmen, thanes, and youths nearest, no, we will establish our stay upon our eldest, Malcolm, who we here name hereafter, the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not unaccompany him, but invest him, but in signs of nobleness, like stars that shall shine on all deservers.
I'll be myself the harbinger until my wife. Until then, I take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. This is something I must overcome or overleap. Stars, hide your fires. Let not your light shine my deep and dark desires. The eye weaks at the hand. I wish it went so.
Oh, true worthy Banquo, he is so valiant in his accommodations I am fed. Is a banquet to me?
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned and desired to question them further, they made themselves an air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred to the coming on of time with, Hail, King that shalt be. This I have thought good to deliver thee, my partner of greatness, that thou mightest not lose the dews of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. Lambs thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be all that thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. Thou wouldst have great lamb, that which cries, thus thou must do if thou have it, and that which thou dost fear to do, rather than wishes should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, that fate and metaphysical aid have crowned thee withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Art not thou master with him, who were it so would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true, a thane is coming.
Well, give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself, his horse that croaks, the fatal entrance of Duncan into my great battlements. Come, new spirits, that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here. Fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Take my woman's milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall me in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peeks through the blanket of dark to cry, Hold, hold. Oh, great the lands, worthy Cawdor, greater than both body, all hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel the future in the instant.
Ah, my dear Slav, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Well, tomorrow, as he proposed.
Well, never that sun shall morrow see. Your face, my thane, is as if where men can read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent underneath. He that's coming must be attended to, and you shall put the night's great business into my dispatch, that for all our days and nights to come shall give solely sovereign sway and master them.
We will talk about this further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave the rest to me.
This castle hath pleasant seat.
This guest of summer air is, delicate?
Oh, see, other hostess! The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which we still think is love. Here, and I'll teach you how you shall bid God idle us for your troubles and thank us for your pains.
All your service at every point done twice and then done double, shall this poor and single business to contend against the honours broad and deep with which your majesty loads our house?
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? Coursed him by his heels, but he rides well, and his great glove, sharp as a spur, hath helped him home before us. Fair noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
All your servants ever have theirs themselves, and what is theirs in compt, to make their artist at your highness' pleasure, still to return your own.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to my host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess.
If it were to be done, it must be done quickly. If the assassination could trumpet up the consequences of his surcease success, but the blow might be the be-all and end-all here. Upon this bank and shoal of time, we've jumped the life to come. This even-handed justice, the ingredients, and of the portion of this chalice to our own lips, he is here in double trust. First, as his kinsman and his subject, the strong both against the deed, then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan has borne his faculties meek in his great office, and that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued, against the deep damnation of his taking off. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition which overleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What now?
He has almost sat. Why have you left the chamber?
Has he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further in this business. He has honored me of late. I have brought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now to their nurse gloss and not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? At this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thy own esteem? Letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage.
Pithy peace, I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares to do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? Now durst do it. You were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would do both. Now they have made themselves, and in their fitness does unmake you. I have given suck, and I know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from the boneless gums and dashed the brains out. Had I so sworn as you have done to this?
If we should fail?
Fail? Screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. Duncan is asleep, I, his two chamberlains, will with wine and wassail so convince that memory, that water of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only. When in their swinish sleep their drenched natures lie, what not you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon the spongy officers who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber, and use the very daggers when they have done it?
Who dares receive his other when we are grief and clamors roar upon his death?
I am settled and bent up before each corporal ancient of this terrible feat. Away and mock the time with fairer show. False face must hide what the false heart doeth know.
Oh, take my torch. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Oh, take thee that too. A heaven's summons lies like lead upon me, and I would not sleep. Oh, give me my torch. Who goes there?
A friend.
What? Not yet at rest. The king's abed. He hath been an unusual pleasure, and hath sent forth great heartiness to your offices. This diamond, he greets your wife withal, by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our will become the servant of defect, which else would be free of rot.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the Wayward sisters. To you they have shown some form of truth.
Well, I think not of them, yet we can entreat into our serve. We should spend some words upon that business, if you would grant me the time.
At your kindest leisure.
Okay, if we shall cleave to that consent, then 'tis. We shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still keep my bosom franchised and allegiances clear. I shall be counseled.
Good response. The while.
Ah, thank you, sir. The like to you.
What is that I see before me? A handle toward my hand. Let me grasp it. It is not there. I see thee still. Art thou not a fatal vision, a sensible feelings to as the sight? Or is it but a dagger of the mind? A false creation coming from a heat-oppressed brain? Mine eyes are made of fools and other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and by thy blade the dungeon gouts of blood, which was not theirs theretofore. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs us of mine eyes. Now over one half world nature seems dead. The wicked dreams abuse the curtain's sleep. Witchcraft celebrates hell, Hecate's offerings, and withered murder thou shalt be firm set the earth. Hear not my steps in which way they walk for fear. Whiles I threat, he lives, words the heat of deeds, too cold to give breaths. I hear the bell. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is the knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
which hath made them drunk, hath made me bold. What has quenched them, hath given me fire. The door is open, and the servant and grooms do mock their charge with snores. And death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What up?
Alas, I'm afraid they have waked, and 'tis not done. It is the intent and not the deed that confounds us. I laid the daggers ready. He could not have missed them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I would have done it. Oh, my husband! My husband!
I have done the deed. Didst thou hear the noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry.
When?
Now.
As I descended?
I?
Hark! Who lays in the second chamber?
Donalbain?
This is a sorry sight.
It's a foolish thing to say, a sorry sight.
There's one that did laugh in his sleep, and one cried murder. And they did wake each other, and I stood and heard them. But they did say their prayers and addressed them to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us. And amen, and the other, as they seen me with the hangman's hands, listening their fear, I could not say amen when they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore I cannot pronounce amen. I almost need a blessing, and amen was stuck in my throat.
These things must not be thought of out of this way, so won't make us mad.
Below I heard a voice cry, sleep no more! Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep. The sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life. Sore laborer's bath. Balm of hurt minds. Great nature's course. Chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried. Sleep no more. To all the house, Lambs has murdered sleep. And therefore, Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? My noble lord, you do unbend your strength to think so brain sickly of things. Go get some water and wash this filthy deed from your hands. Why have you dropped the daggers from this place? They must lie there. Go and carry them and smear the grooms with blood.
No, I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think what I have done. Look at it again. I dare not.
Confirm a purpose. Give me the daggers. Sleeping in the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If Duncan do bleed, I will smear their faces with blood, so for it must seem their guilt withhold.
And what is this knocking? How is it that every noise appalls me? My hands are here. Oh. They pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's oceans wash this blood clean from my hand? No, this hand will rather the multitudes of seas incarnate, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. 'Tis more knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion find us in college to be watchers.
I know my deed. 'Twas not to know myself. Wait, Duncan! With thy knocking, I would thou, if I couldst.
away. Thanks, sir. We were carousing till the second cock, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of 3 things.
What 3 things does drink especially provoke?
Never, sir. Nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but takes away the performance. That is said that lechery could be an equivocator with much drink.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
That it did, sir. It took the very throat on me, but I requited him for his lie, and I think, being too strong for him, though he took up my legs sometime, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is thy master stirring? Our knocking has awakened him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morning, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know 'tis a joyful trouble, but yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold as to call on him, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does, he did appoint so.
The night has truly been unruly where we lay. Our chimneys were blown down, and as they say, lamentings I hear, the strange screams of death.
It was a rough night.
My younger remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror, horror, horror! Tongue nor heart can conceive nor name thee.
What is the matter?
Most sacrilegious murder hath broke up the Lord's anointed temple and stolen thence the life of the building.
What is it you say? The life?
You mean your majesty?
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight with the new Gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See and then speak yourselves. Awake, awake! Ring the alarm bell. Banquo and Donalbain, Malcolm, awake! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look on death itself. Up, up, and see the great doom's image. Banquo, Donalbain, Malcolm, rise like from your graves and walk like sprites to countenance this horror. Ring the bell! What is this hideous trumpet that calls to parley the sleepers of this house? Speak, speak. Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what it is I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo, Banquo, our royal master's murdered. Alas, in our house? Oh, Shukru, anywhere. Dear Macbeth, please contradict myself and say it isn't so.
Had I died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time. From this instant, there's nothing serious in mortality. Renown and grace is dead.
Oh, what this means?
You are, and you don't know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered.
Oh, by whom?
Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So were their daggers, which unwiped we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury. I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. Expectation of my violent love overran my pause of reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, and his gaseous stab looked like reaches of nature, in ruins wasteful entrance. There the murderers, steeped in their colors of their trade, their daggers unmanly breached with gore, who could refrain that had heart to love, and that heart courage to make love known?
Help me!
Look to the lady!
Oh, look to the lady! And when we have our naked frailties here that suffer in exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work. We shall know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and this against his undivulged pretense I fight against treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So!
Let's briefly put our manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Well
Well
contended.
contended.
What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show unfelt sorrow is an office which the postman does easy. Out to England.
To Ireland, aye. Our separated fortune will keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers and men's smiles. The near in blood, the nearer bloody.
This murderous shaft that show have not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim.
Disquieted, I couldn't remember well. Things strange, but this our night hath trifled former nights.
Good father, thou seest the heavens as troubled with man's act.
It isn't natural, like the deed that is done.
Aye, me did so to the amazement of mine eyes that looked upon it. Oh, here comes the good Macbeth. How goes the world, sir, now?
I see you not.
Is it none who's done this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas, what good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still, thriftless ambition that driving up their own lives means. Much like the sovereignty that will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Where's Duncan's body?
Carried to Colmkill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of their bones.
Or will you to Scone?
No, cousin. All to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu.
Farewell, father.
Oh, thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Clones, all as those wayward women promised. And I fear thou paid most foully for it. Yet it was said I should not stand in thy prosperity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there comes some truth to it, then maybe they may not be my oracles as well, and set me up in some form of hope. Oh, but hush, I should say no more.
Ah, here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgot, it had been as a gap in our great feast and all things unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me to which my duties are most indissolubly tied and forever knit.
Tonight, you ride this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else required your good advice on this day's council, but we'll take tomorrow, fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear your bloody cousins are bestowed in England and Ireland, not confessing to their cruel parricides and filling their hearers with strange inventions. I you a horse adieu, till you return at the night. Does Fleance go with you?
Aye, my lord, he does, and our time does come upon us.
Okay, I wish you horses swift and sure of foot, and so I commend you to your backs. Farewell. Let every man be a master of his time until 7 tonight. Well then, God be with you. Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but the safety thus. Our fears and Banquo stick deep, and his royalty of his nature reigns, that which we be feared. There is none but those that being I do fear. And nature reigns. Under him my genius is rebuked, and it is as Mark Antony was by Caesar. A child's sisters, under him, first they put his name of king upon the blade that speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him father of a lion of kings, given to the common enemy of a man to make them kings, the seeds of Banquo kings. Rather than so, come fate into the last, the champion of me, the utterance. Who's there? Now go to the door and wait till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please, your highness.
Well then, now have you considered my speeches, who wrought them and all things else that might in half a soul to the notion of crazy say, thus 'tis Banquo?
You made it known to us, sir.
So I did. And further, which is now to the point of my second meeting. Do you find your patience predominant in your nature that you can let this go?
We are men, my liege.
Yeah, and catalog you go for men. As hounds and greyhounds and mongrels and spaniels and curs, I will put that business into your bosoms, whose expectations take your enemy off grapples you to the heart and love of us, where the health sticky in his life, which is the death, were perfect.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed I am reckless what I do, despite the world.
And I, another so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be rid on it.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy?
True, my lord.
So he is mine, and in such a bloody distance, and every minute of his being thrust against my nearest of life, and though I could win barefaced power, sweep him from my sight by the voucher, yet I must not, for certain friends are both him and mine, whose loves I mean to drop, but wail his fall, who I must struck down, and then hence it is to your assistance make love, masking the business in a common eye, a sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
So our lives.
Your spirit shine through you. Within this hour, at the most, I will advise you where to place yourselves, acquaint yourself with the perfect spot. Spying time the moment. And then must tonight something near the palace. Through our required cleanliness, his son that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me, and his father must embrace the fate of this dark hour. I call upon you straight abide within. It is concluded. Banquo, the soul's flight. If it is in heaven, it must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone for court?
I madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few moments.
Madam, I will.
Not had and all spent, where our desire has got without content. It is safer to be that which we would destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. Oh, how now, my king? Why do you keep alone? Your sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died, with him they think on. Things without a remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scourged the snake and not killed it. She is close, and be herself with the poor malice remains in danger of our former tooth. But let the frame of things adjoint. Both the worlds suffer ere we eat our meal and feel and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams. Ah, the snake is nightly better be dead, whom we gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind of the lie of the restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done its worst, nor steal the poison malice domestic. Foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Oh, come on, be gentle, my lord, smooth, or those rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I. And so I pray, be you. Let us remembrance that apply to Banquo, present him, embrace both with eye and tongue.
You must leave this.
Ah! Oh, full of scorpions of my mind, dear wife, thou wast know as Banquo in Florence lives.
Oh, yes, but in them nature's copy not eterned.
There's comforting yet there is assembled. Then be thou adjoined, ere that the bath flown, his clustered flight in the eerie black Hecate summons the stubborn-born beetle with his drowsy has hung right's yawning peal. There shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing, scarf up the tender eye in pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear pieces the great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens and the crow makes his wing rocky wood, so prithee go with me.
But who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth.
He needs not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices, and what we do to the direction just.
Then stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day, and now spurs the belated traveler apace to gain the timely inn, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark! I hear horses.
Give us a light, Darrow.
Then 'tis he. The rest are within the note of expectation, already are in thy court.
Almost a mile, but they make it their usual walk to the palace gate.
A light! A light!
'Tis he.
Stand to it.
To be rain tonight.
Let it come down.
Oh, treasury! Fly, clouds, fly, fly, clouds!
Who did strike out the light?
Was it not the way?
There's but one down. The sun has fled.
We've lost best half of our affair.
Let us away and say how much is done.
and alas, a healthy welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourselves will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time we will require her welcome.
Oh, pronounce it for me, sir. To all our friends from my heart speaks they are welcome.
See that they encounter with thee the hardest things. Both sides are even. Here, and I'll sit in the midst. Blood on thy face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
Better thee. Without he within, is he dispatched?
Aye, sir, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Ah, thou art the best to cut throats. Yet he's good and did like Florence, as he didst thou, art thou not pal?
Most royal sir, Fleonce's skin.
Ah! There comes my fit again. Yet he is good, he did like Florence, if thou doest, thou art perfect, but now I'm confined. Bound and saucy in doubts, but Banquo safe?
Aye, sir, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenchant gashes on his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. Get thee gone tomorrow. We'll hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, you do not keep the cheer. The feast is sold, 'tis not often vouched. While 'tis a making, 'tis given with welcome.
Sweet remembrance, where your grace person of Banquo present, who may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please it your highness to grace us with your royal company.
Ah, the table's full.
Here is your place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord.
Which of you has done this?
What's that makes you move?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy glory locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit, my worthy friends. My lord is often thus and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he shall again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one. That there look on which I might appeal the devil.
Proper stuff. This is a very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger you say led you to Duncan. Why do you make such faces? When all is done, you look but on a stool.
With he look there, behold, look! Oh, I say to you, why, what care if thou canst not speak to?
My royal lord, what noble friends do lack you? Sir, this is quite unmanned for me.
I stand there, I saw him!
For shame!
Blood has been shed now, and the earth time, earth human stature plague, a gentle woe. Aye, since 2 murders have been performed, too terrible to hear, the time has been that when the brains were bashed out, a man would die, and there the end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal murders under crowns that push us from the stools. This is more strange than any such a murder is.
My royal lord, your noble friends still do lack you.
I do forget. Do not amuse at me. My most worthy friends a strange infirmity, which nothing is to those who know me. Come, love, health to all. Then I'll sit down, give me some wine, fill it full. Ah, where are we here? And we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
Avaunt! and quit thy sight. Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrow as the blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in the eyes in which thou glarest with.
I think of it, good peers, as but a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the day.
What man dare I care? Take any shape but that, and my firm sure nerves shall never tremble. Or be alive again, I dare me, and desert me with thy war. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery hence. Why so, being gone, I am a man again. I pray you sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, spoiled the good meeting with your most unhinged moment.
Can such a thing be and overcome like the summer cloud? Without our special wonder, and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks when mine is bleached with fear?
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Speak not on the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will help blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to peak the secret man of blood. It is at night.
It almost at odds with day, which is which?
How do you say thou, Malcolm, denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you not send for him?
I hear it, by the way, but I will send. There is not one of them but in the house that I keep servants fed, and I will tomorrow to the weird sisters. Move shall they speak, for now I am bent to know the worst means the worst.
You lack the season of all good natures. Sleep.
Come. We'll sleep. My strange self-abuse is an inferior that I once hard. We're young, but young indeed.
Why, how now, Hecate? You seem angrily.
Have I not reason, beldams as you are, saucy and overbold? How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth, in riddles and affairs of death, and I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part, or show the glory of our art? And which is worse, all you have done hath been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who as others do, loves for his own ends, not for you. But make amends now, get you gone, and at the pit of Acheron, meet me in the morning, hither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide, your charms and everything beside. I am the heir this night I'll spend upon a dismal and a fatal end, and by the strength of their illusion shall draw him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hope of wisdom, grace, and fear. Hark, I am called. My little spirit, see, sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me.
Come, let us make haste. She'll be back again.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts, which you can interpret even farther. Only I say things that have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Mary, he was killed. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late. Whom may you say, if to please you, Cleon's killed or Cleon's fled? Men must not walk too late, who can walk with the thought of how monstrous it was for Malcolm Donnelly to kill their grace's father. How did it grieve at Macbeth, for was not that nobly done, and wisely too, for 'twould had anger any heart alive to hear the man deny it. And I do think that had Duncan's sons under his key, they should have found what were to kill father, so should Cleon's. But peace, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
Aye, the son of Duncan lives in the English court and is received of the most pious Edward with such grace, takes from high respect. Thither Macduff is gone to pray of holy king upon his age to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward, that by help of these we may again give meat to our tables, sleep to our nights, and free from our feasts and banquets those bloody knives. Do faithful homage and receive free honors, all which we pine for now. And this report hath so exasperated the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
Aye, he did. And with an absolute "Sir, I not," the cloudy messenger turns his back on me and hums as if to say, "You'll rue the day that clogs me with this answer."
And that will advise him that he caution hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may sooner turn to the suffering country under a hand of curse.
I will send my prayers with him.
The brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined.
Harp your cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad that under cold stone, days and nights has 31. Sweltered venom, sleeping god, boiled out first in the charmed pot.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
The lay of a fetty snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing, or a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, maw and gulf, of the raven, sea salt shark, root of hemlock digged in the dark, silvered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips, fingers of a burst strangled babe, ditch delivered in a drab, make the gruel thick and slab, and art to a tiger's chaudron, for the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done. I commend your pains, and everyone shall share in the games. And now about the cauldron sing, like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret, dark, and midnight hags? What is it that you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by which thou you profess. Answer me, and you will unite the winds and let them fight against the churches, even till destruction sickens. Answer me to what I ask you.
Speak.
The man
Will answer.
Say if thou hadst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him and let me see him.
Pour in sow's blood that hath eaten, her 9 pharaoh, grease that's sweatin', from the murderer's gibbet throw into the flame.
Come high or low, thyself in office deftly show.
Tell me, you unknown
He
power!
knows thy thought, hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware, Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me. Enough.
What thou art, for thy good caution thanks. Thou hast helped my fear all right, but one word more.
he will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for not of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. When need I hear fear of thee? But yet make me assurance double sure, and take a bound of fate. Thou shalt not live, that they might pale fade hearted fear and lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon the baby brow around the top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion-mettled, proud, and take no care who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never be vanquished be, until great Burnham Wood to high Dunstane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest? Bid the tree unfix his earthbound root. Sweet Bonnemet's good, rebellious Dan. Rise never till the wood of Burman rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live in the lease of nature, pay his breath, the time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo issue reign over this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an internal curse shall fall upon you. Let me know what that noise is.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart. A show of 8 kings, an 8th king with a glass in his hand, and Banquo last.
Thou art like 2 spirits of Banquo. Down! Thy crown does swear mine eyeballs, and thy hair, thou gold-bound brow, is like the first. The third is like the former, filthy hags. Why do you show me this? A fourth. Start, my eyes, what? Will the line stretch out and crack of doom? Yet another a seventh. I will see no more. And yet eighth appears, who bears the glass which shows me many more. And I come to see a 2-foot balls and treble scepters carrying horrible sight. What is this so?
Aye, sir, all this is so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? I'll charm the air to give a sound while you perform your antic round, that this great king may kindly say our duties did his welcome pay.
Where are they? Gone? Let this precious hour stand I accused in the calendar. Come in without there. Saw you the weird sisters?
No, sir.
They came by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infect the air wherein they ride, and damn to all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping a horse. Who was it that came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my lord.
Time thou anticipates my dearest exploits. The flighty purpose never's to overlook, unless the deed go with it. To crown my thoughts with acts, to be through it done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon the fire, and give to the edge of the dagger his wife, his babes, and all his unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I will do before the purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come bring me where they are.
What has he done to make him fly the land?
Please, you must have patience, madam.
Oh, patience. He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his fear or his wisdom.
Wisdom! Ha! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion and his titles, and a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. As little is his wisdom where his flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest cousin, I pray you school yourself. For your husband is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fit for the season. Cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know it ourselves. When we hold the rumor of what we fear, yet know not what we fear. I'll take my leave now, but I'll be here again shortly.
Oh, my poor babe. Fathered he is, yet he is fatherless.
I am so much a fool. Should I stay here, it would be to my disgrace and your discomfort. I'll take my leave.
Sarah, your father's dead.
Father is not dead.
Oh, yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Oh nay, how wilt thou do for a husband?
I can buy 20 at any market.
Well, then you'll buy to sell again.
Oh, thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet if they with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor? liars and swearers are fools, for there are enough liars and swearers to take the honest men and hang up them.
Oh, now God help thee, but how wilt that do for a father?
Oh, if he were dead, you'd weep for him. If you would not, it would be a good sign that I should soon have a new father.
Oh, you poor prattler, how thou talkest!
My fair guys, I doubt some danger approaches near thee. If you take a holy man's advice, be not found here. I'll take my leave now. Heaven preserves you.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I do remember that I am on this earthly world, and often to do no harm is often laudable. To do good is sometimes accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, must I just offer up the woman's defense that I have done no harm? Whither are these faces?
Where is your husband?
Oh, in no place so unsanctified where you should find him.
He's a traitor.
Oh, thou liest, thou shag-eared villain!
What, you egg? Try young treachery.
Oh, he has killed me, mother. Run away! I pray you!
Let us seek out some desolate shade and there weep our sorry bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall and birthstone. Each new morn, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland, and yelled out like syllable of dolor.
What you have spoken, it may be true, be perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once honest. You have loved him well. He has not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell.
I have lost my hope.
Perchance, even there where I did find my doubts, why in that rawness left you your wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave taken?
Bleed, bleed, poor country! Great tyranny, lay thou thy base ashore! For goodness dare not check thee! I would not be the villain that thou thinkest!
Be not offended. I speak not in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke, it weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to our wounds. I think with all there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England I have offer of a goodly 1,000, but for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it upon my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than ever before, more supper, and more sundry ways than ever. By him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself I mean, in whom I know all the particular vices so grafted that when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor estate esteem him as a lamb, being compared to my confined with harms.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him false, bloody, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin there has a name, but there's no bottom, none to my voluptuousness. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Violence in nature is a tyranny, but do not fear yet to take on you what is yours. There cannot be that vulture in you that will devour so many as will into greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
With this grows in my lost ill-composed affection such a staunchless avarice that were I king, I should cut off the nobles from their land, the sire his jewels, and the other's house.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust, and hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear to take on you what is yours. Scotland hath poisons enough to fill up your will of your own.
But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but an abound in the divisions of those several crimes, acting in many ways.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland!
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live! Oh, nation miserable with an untitled tyrant, bloody sceptre! When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee oftener upon her knees than on her feet died every day that she lived. These evils that thou hast repeated on thyself hath banished me from Scotland. Oh, my breast, thy hope ends here.
Macbeth, this noble passion hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trains hath sought to win me into his power, and the modest wisdom plucks me from the over-credulous haste. Now I put myself to thy direction and unspeak my own detractions. Here abjure the pains and blames I laid upon myself for strangers to my nature. Now will together, and the chance of goodness be like our warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. It's hard to reconcile.
Well, Lemon, comes the king forth, I pray you.
Aye, sir. There are crew-wretted souls that stay as care. Their malady convinces the great assay about, but it is good they presently amazed.
Thank you, doctor.
What's the disease he means?
Tis called the evil. A most miraculous work this good king I have seen him do. He solicits the heaven himself. Best knows, but strangely visited people all swollen and ulcerous, pitiful to the eye. The mere despair of surgery he cures, puts on holy prayers. With this strange virtue he hath gifted heavenly prophecy, and sundry blessings hang about his throne that speak him full of grace.
See who comes here.
My countryman, but I know him not.
My ever gentle cousin, welcome hither.
I know him now. Good God, betimes remove the means that make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stands Scotland where it did?
Alas, for a country too afraid to know itself. Scotland could not be called our mother, but our grave. Violent shrieks seem but a modern ecstasy. The dead man's knell is there, scarce asking for who. Good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying ere they sicken.
Oh, relation too kind and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
Wrath of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute deems anew.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And my children?
Well too.
The tyrant has not bad her at their peace.
They were all well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not a skinflint of your speech. How goes it?
Well, when I came hither to transport the tidings, there ran a rumor of many worthy men that were out, that was to my belief witness for the rather, that they seen the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time for help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make all the women fight to doff their dire distresses.
Be their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath led us good seaward, and 10,000 men.
Would I could answer that comfort with delight, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert there, where here should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause, or is it a sea grief due to some single breath.
No man not honest, but in it shares some woe. But the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue for letting them the heaviest sound they have heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle has been surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered.
What merciful heaven! Mac, pull near down your hat bar on your brow. Give sorrow words, the grief that doth not speak whispers o'er all days of weak hearts.
My children too?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence my wife killed too?
I have said,
Be comforted, let us make medicines of this great revenge to cure the deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones. Did you say all? Hellkite, all?
Spew it like a man.
I shall do so, but I must feel it as a man. I cannot but remember things that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take part? Sinful Macbeth, they were all struck for thee. Not that I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let the grief convert to anger, blunt not the heart enrage it.
Oh, I could play woman with mine eyes and braggart with my tongue. But merciful heavens, cut short all intermissions. Front to front bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. And if he escape, let heaven forgive him too.
Come, we go to the king, our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for the shaking, the night is long that never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went to the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw upon her nightgown, unlock her closet, take forth a paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return back to bed. Yet all are most fast asleep.
In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
I will not report to you or anyone, for I have no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, here she is. This her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her and stand close.
You see her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
And it is accustomed action, with her seeing her washing her hands.
Yet, here's a spot. Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, down the spot, out, I say! Why then, 'tis time to do it! Hell is murky. I, my lord, fie! A soldier and a beard? Yet, who would have thought the old man had so much blood in here?
Do you mark that?
Will his hands ne'er be clean? All the perfumes of Arabia cannot sweeten them.
Go to, you have done what you should not.
She has spoken what she should not. Heaven knows what she has known.
Will his hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, no more of that, you mar all with the starting.
This disease is beyond my practice, yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep who have died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands, put on your tell you yet again. Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of one's grave. Oh, I hear knocking. Come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. Head to bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their death pillows will discharge their secrets. Nor needs she the divine and the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has mated and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
Bring me no more reports, let them fly all. Till Birmingwood, removed from Dunsinane, I cannot paint with fear. What is this boy, Malcolm? What is he not born of a woman? The spirit that knoweth all mortal consequences hath pronounced thus me. Fear not, Macbeth. No man has been born of a woman shall ever have power over thee. The mind I sway, and the heart I hear shall never sag with the doubt and shake with fear. Thou cream-faced loon, what is thou news?
There is 10,000
Geese, villain?
soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face, over-red thy fear, thou livery-livered fool. What soldiers, Patch?
The English force so please you.
Take thy face! Hence! Satan! I am sick of heart when I behold Satan, I say. This push will clear me over and defeat me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into a snare in which you're to accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, and troops of friend. Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All has been confirmed, my lord, that has been reported.
I'll fight till my bones and my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor!
It is not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out the horses! Stir the country! Round and hang those who talk of fear! Pay me my armor! How does your patient?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is overwhelmed by thick-cunning fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister a mind disease with some sort of sweet oblivion's antidote, cleansed with stuffed bosoms of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart?
Therein the patient must minister to themselves.
Throw them to the dogs! I'll have none of it! Come, Sir Dispatch! If thou could, cast the water of my land and find the disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health.
Aye, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death. Vain till Birmingham Forest comes to designate.
For I from Dunsinane, away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
Let every soldier hew him down a bow and bear it before him. Thereby we shall shadow the numbers of our host and make discovery ere report us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still and dungeoning where he stands before us.
'Tis a main hope, for where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him revolt, whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censorship attend the true event, and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches that will, with due decision, make us fight in this war. Hup!
Hup!
Hang out the banners! On the outwards wall and cry still, they come. Our castle's strength will laugh at the siege to scorn. We are not forced to those that should be ours. We might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them back home. What was that noise?
The sound of the cry of women, my lord.
I have almost forgot the taste of fear. The time has been my sense, but have cooled to the ear of a night shriek. And my fell the hair when at this metal treaties rouse and stir the life where it has supported full with ours. Darn is familiar with the slaughterhouse thoughts. Cannot one start me. Where was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been time for such a word tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in the petty pace where day to day the last syllable is recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way of dusty death. Life's but a watching shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. Come now, usest the tongue, store quickly.
Gracious lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say it, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Fire!
Let me into your wrath, if it be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
If thou speak false upon the next creed, thou shalt have a lie still, famine cling to thee. If thy speech be smooth, I care not if thou doest for me as much. Fear not till Birmingwood come to designate, and now wood comes toward designate. Arm! Arm! And out! If this were tree of vouches does appear, there is no flying hence nor tearing here. Ring the alarm bell, all the wind come wreck, at least we die with a harness on our back.
Now near enough. Your leafy screens now throw down and show those who you are. You, worthy uncle, lead our first battle. Worthy Macbeth, and we shall take our part upon what else remains to do, according to our order.
Fare you well. Do we find the tyrant's power tonight? Let's be beaten if we cannot fight.
Let our trumpets speak. Give them all breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot flay. Beer-like, I must fight the course. What that has not been born of a woman, such none are to fear. fear, or none.
What's thy name?
Thou shalt be afraid to hear it.
Thou can't call to a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name is Macbeth.
Devil himself could not profess a more hateful tone to my ear.
No more horror, fearful.
Thou liest, a poor tyrant. I'll prove thou lies thou speakest.
I was born of a woman, but I smile. Weapons, laugh and scorn, brandished by a man that was born by a woman.
That way the noises! Tyrant! Show thy face! If thou beest slain and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns whose arms were hired to bear staves. Either thou, Macbeth, let me find him fortune, and more I beg not.
This way, my lord! The tyrant's proud people do fight on both sides well.
We have met with foes that strike on beside us.
Enter, sir!
Why should I play the Roman fool and die whilst I see lives that gashes do better upon them?
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else have I avoided thee. But get thee back. My soul is too much charged with the blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my heart. Thou bloodier villain than terms can give out.
Thou loser slaver, as easy mayest thou an enchanted hair with thy keen wit impress make me bleed. Let thy fall blade on vulnerable crest. I bear a charmed life, must not yield to one woman born.
Let the angel that thou still hast served tell thee, Macbeth was from his mother's womb untimely writ.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowered my better part of man, and these juggling friends no more believed and break to our hope. I will not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of the times, and be as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet and to be baited with the rabbie's curse. Though burning wood be to come the designate, and though oppressed, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on Macduff, damned to be him. The first that cries, hold, enough.
Some must go off, and yet buy these precious days that are cheaply bought.
Macbeth is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, had a soldier instead. He only lived till he was man.
Then he is dead.
Aye, brought off the battlefield. The cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
He's worth more sorrow than that I'll spend on him.
God be with him.
Hail, King, for so thou art! Behold, where stands the tyrant's accursed head? I see the time is free. I see thou art encompassed with thy kingdom's pearls, whose salutations greet me in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
My thanes and kinsmen henceforth be earls, the first of ever in Scotland in such an honour, named, calling home our exiled friends abroad that fled the snares of the watchful tyranny, producing forth a cruel mistress of the dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, and what needful else that calls upon us. By the grace of graces, we will perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all, and at once each one, whom we invite to see us crown scones.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending Troupe's production of Macbeth, the Scottish play.
Yeah.
I would like to invite you all to stay for a few brief moments. We're going to take about 5 minutes and turn around, and then we will be hosting a talk back, courtesy of the Wyoming Humanities Council. We will answer any questions that you may have for myself as your director and or our cast and crew. So thank you guys so much for coming. This is an hour early. He's doing good. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Johnny. Stay well. You're leading me. What happened?
Amber. Yes. Amber. Yes.
You did such a wonderful job.
Amber.
Like, you did
Avery
such a
is
good
sexually
job.
harassing me.
My name's Ellen, that's Avery.
Okay, I am gonna steal one of your lights for backstage. Well, I was actually. Oh, that's good. They're still recording, so they can hear what you're saying. Oh, so Avery's sexually.
Oh, good.
Oh my gosh.